So, today's topic of discussion, and it was the topic of discussion immediately, as soon as Off the Script went live yesterday, where we were talking about Nakamura and AJ Styles. Nakamura? Yeah, Nakamura, that Nakamura. The topic of discussion, as soon as that video went live, talking about Nakamura and Styles, and how Vince McMahon doesn't want it. He'd rather have John Cena win his 17th title victory at WrestleMania. As soon as that video went live, we talked about Paige and the end of her WWE career. It was all over Twitter, right? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody asked me for my opinion on it. I'm going to give you my opinion on it right here in the beginning of this show because it's a big story, but a story that I honestly don't understand why people are getting so upset about this. What are you people getting so upset about? I don't get it. The one thing that I see here, and I stated it so many times before in the past, and I mean this with every fiber of my being. I mean this wholeheartedly. The casual wrestling fan is the dumbest fucking idiot walking God's green earth. They really are. They don't know shit. Now, I want to show you this. You don't believe me? Proof is right here on your screen. Billy Davis. It's her fault. Sasha Banks would have known about Paige's neck injury, so why on purpose attack her neck? What if Sasha hurts another woman wrestler? Will it end again? Will it not be her fault? Princess. Paige's injury is still Sasha Banks' fault, whether you like it or not, accident or not. And if they knew the risks, then Banks should have been careful. Sasha Banks is at fault. That's like accidentally shooting someone and saying it's not their fault. Are you fucking kidding me? Hashtag fire Sasha Banks. Hashtag thank you Paige. AZCP on Twitter. Let's get hashtag fire Sasha Banks trending. This is the stupidity that we all are prone to in the world of professional wrestling and on social media. Now, Paige is not cleared by WWE. They didn't clear her. She's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. If we are lucky, Absolution will disappear. You want my God honest truth? I hope Absolution goes away. Everybody's reacting to Paige and her in-ring career being over. Obviously, it's a heartbreaking story, right? With what she battled through and all the problems and then the porn leak, her relationship with Del Rio, and then fighting back and getting surgery and rehabilitation, coming back to finally add a dose of adrenaline to the women's division, right? All we wanted was the Paige of old. So on Friday afternoon, Paige and her WWE career was over. WWE informed her right before Monday Night Raw on Monday. This is according to PWInsider.com, so obviously it's a reputable source. Paige was informed this week while Monday Night Raw was live, and she will not be cleared to return to the ring after her most recent in-ring injury. It was noted that it's a situation described as similar to Edge's medical disqualification from competing in the ring. It all started in late December at a live event in Long Island. For those who may not remember, she was in a 6-woman tag team match because WWE, that they figured they were giving you a fresh match, right? Like we haven't seen it before. Fucking 12 times before this match actually took place, right? 6-woman tag team match that needed to be called off. Paige took a hard kick to the back from Sasha Banks that she wasn't ready for, and it stunned her. The early belief was that it was just a mild stinger, leading to her losing feelings in all of her extremities. WWE pulled her from the ring and set up further testing that led to this week's decision. Despite the fact that WWE has advertised her for the first ever Royal Rumble, she will obviously be pulled from the match and replaced. It's believed that she will transition to a non-physical role for the company moving forward. So Paige isn't going anywhere, and I'll harp on that in a second, but she's still going to have a role with the company. Okay? She can be a trainer, she can be an agent, she can, teach the younger women coming up what to do and what not to do. She'll be there, and her presence will be there, and her presence will be an important one. It's not like she's going to disappear. It's not like WWE's not going to find any use for her. She can be a manager. She can still be an on-air talent. She's not going to be able to wrestle. The Royal Rumble pay-per-view is January 28th. Right? Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. First time ever. And the following names have been confirmed by the WWE for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. Asuka, who should come in at number 1 and win the whole fucking thing. Okay? There was rumors going around that Paige might win it. Now, the best case scenario is that Asuka wins the Royal Rumble. Naomi, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, Tamina, Lana, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Mickie James, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch, plus others to be announced. Possible NXT, maybe Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, maybe we see Kairi Sane, maybe we see Ronda Rousey. We don't know. WWE's even reached out to Molly Holly. WWE's reached out to Undertaker's wife there, Not Candice Michelle. What the fuck is that? Michelle McCool. Candice Michelle, I'm assuming they'll reach out to her. Kelly, right? Lita, Trish, Beth Phoenix. WWE's gonna reach out to seemingly everybody that's ever worked for this company. Now, Paige is only 25 years old. She had some ups and downs, obviously, like we discussed with Del Rio and the neck injury and the surgery. 2 wellness policy violations. She's a 2-time Divas champion. Signed with WWE in 2011. She was the inaugural NXT Women's Champion. She also is the first competitor born in the 90s to win a championship in WWE. Despite her young age, she is a veteran. Fans have sounded off on Twitter. Just heartbreaking news about Paige, People tweeting all over their reactions, praying for Paige, blah, blah, blah. Etc., etc. Now, everybody wants my opinion on Paige retiring or her career being over. I don't want anybody to get hurt, okay? I don't want anybody to ever have something taken from them that they love to do. I'm not about that. Yes, I feel bad for Paige. But on the flip side of it, you want to know my real feelings on it? I don't care. I don't care. Do you want to know why I don't care? It's because this woman has been off your televisions for 2 fucking years. Where was everybody crying that, where's Paige? Where's Paige? The WWE's women's division can be better with Paige. When's Paige coming back, right? Why do you care now? Why do you care now? You got so used to seeing her off of television. Now that she's back and they've given her absolutely nothing to do, and they put her in an absolutely shit storyline with 2 women who are complete polar opposites from one another, let alone Paige. Now you care. Has WWE given Paige the all-star treatment upon her return? Has WWE thrusted Paige into women's matches that could steal the show on Monday Night Raw? Are we seeing Paige do what she does best and wrestle? You've seen Paige back for a month, and you've seen her in nothing but 6-man tags. Now you're worried that she's not going to be on television. This is actually a good thing. Now we won't have to see Absolution. If that's the best you had with Paige, she might as well be off fucking television. I don't care that her career is over. Nobody missed her when she was gone. Now, she's not going to be on television. Is it going to hurt the division? The division is already suffering. It can't get any worse. It's not like Paige was there. It's not like Paige came down from the heavens and saved the whole fucking division. Then they're blaming Sasha Banks. How the fuck can you blame another person for their injuries? Did everybody jump down Owen Hart's neck when he injured Stone Cold Steve Austin? No, it happened. What they're doing in the ring takes extreme precision. If you are a cunt's hair off in anything that you do, shit will happen. Every time. See, this is why the casual fans, they are absolutely fucking brain dead. How do you willingly blame Sasha Banks? Like Sasha Banks wants to go in there and, we're going to have a 6-man tag tonight, and the top of the list, the priority on my list is to end Paige's career. This is how these people are set. Like Paige and Sasha Banks got into the ring, and it was Sasha Banks' sole purpose to end Paige's career that night. Do you listen to yourself? Do you listen to yourself? Do you know what it takes to be a wrestler? Are you yourself a wrestler? Do you know what they put their bodies through? I know. I see the shit because I sit ringside calling it every fucking month. I've been watching for 30 years. I've seen the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, the retirements, the injuries, the deaths. No, but you want to blame Sasha Banks for her injury. What type of fucking mentality is that? Then Sasha Banks, I'm sure, is reading all this shit. You don't think she feels fucking bad already? You don't think Sasha Banks looked up to Paige? Every time you step into the ring, injury can happen at the drop of a dime. This is not only an art. This is a sport. Injuries happen. Injuries happen. You know? What happens when a base runner is rounding third base, right? And the fucking game is on the line. Never mind the game. A season is on the line. And you are running so fucking hard towards that catcher as the baseball is coming in to the infield from left field. The catcher's got the fucking ball, right? This guy is dead to rights. You're gonna blame the fucking guy running for not wanting to tackle and loosen the ball from his glove in a dire attempt to win this game? What happens if the guy breaks his fucking jaw? Right? With a shoulder tackle. The guy's gonna feel fucking bad. Oh, look at this. Our catcher's out for 2 months now because this guy's got a broken jaw. It's the nature of the fucking sport. You do what you gotta do to fucking perform. Sasha Banks was doing what she normally does every single fucking week to put on a performance. It happened. No, but let's blame the fucking base runner for not wanting to do his job. Or for doing his job. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. People need to take a step back and realize WWE is going to be fine without Paige. You survived for 2 fucking years. As this woman went on to make fucking amateur porn, she was fine on her own, fucking gallivanting around drunkenly with Del Rio everywhere, getting into mischief, right? Now that she's back and she adds nothing to the show, now all of a sudden people want to cry out and they're looking for a person to blame. I'm not going to miss Paige. I didn't miss her then. I'm not going to miss her now. Do I feel bad that her career is over? Of course I do. I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to see anybody taken from the one thing that they were put on this earth to do, and now they can't do it anymore. Is Daniel Bryan blaming Sheamus for ending his fucking career? Because that's what happened. People need to calm the fuck down. This is a business. WWE is a business. Everybody on that roster, everybody on that payroll. You want to know the first thing about business? You are replaceable. Paige wasn't at the top of her division. Paige wasn't the best female on the roster. Far from it. This isn't a John Cena. This isn't a Roman Reigns. This isn't a Braun Strowman. This isn't an AJ Styles or a Randy Orton. This is somebody that has been mediocre ever since she came to the main roster. And you're making it out to believe that WWE is losing something here. They're not. They're not. She wasn't that important then. She's not important now. Do we feel bad? Yes. But don't go pointing the finger of blame on anybody else when it could have been anybody in that ring that could have got hurt. Fuck out of here. She was well enough to get cleared to come back. Like Sasha Banks was supposed to be fucking extra careful because Paige was coming back from an injury. What? Are you fucking serious? What happened when Alistair Overeem fought Brock Lesnar in the Octagon? Think Alistair Overeem gave a shit that Brock Lesnar was coming back from diverticulitis? First thing he did was went right for his fucking gut. And what happened? Lesnar got fucking killed. You think Alistair Overeem gave a shit? No, he did what he had to do to win the fucking match. Paige was doing what she normally does to perform in front of a fucking live audience. Extra careful. There's a reason why she was cleared, because she was good to go. No, nobody wants to think about that though, right? Ridiculous. Wrestling fans are the dumbest fucking people walking this planet. You're lucky you have someone like me to fucking talk common sense. End all be all Paige in the women's division. The women's division will be fine. The Royal Rumble will be fine. Next month you won't even realize that Paige is missing. Calm the fuck down. That's your intro for Off the Script. Let's hit the fucking intro. Let's get on with the news today, because I got more Royal Rumble news. I got more women's news that you're not going to like. Going to make more people salty today. So this is Off the Script 204, part number 2 for your January 13th, 2018. What's going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. As always, it is January 13th, 2018. This is episode 204, part number 2 of Off the Script. Nice little intro to get everybody fired up. I'm going to get everybody fired up again in just a little bit, because we got some stuff to go over as it pertains to the women, as always, heading into the Royal Rumble. But if you guys missed, and I just looked at YouTube now, they demonetized Off the Script yesterday. They just did it now. So they wait for it to accumulate 20,000 views in 24 hours, and then they want to just pull the plug. I don't understand it, but I just had to submit a review for that. But if you did miss it, it's live. We talk about WWE not wanting Nakamura versus Styles at WrestleMania 34. That would be absolutely foolish for them not to at least entertain that idea. But we talk about that and a bunch of other shit on part 1 of Off the Script this weekend. I want to thank everybody for your continued support of Harry's. You guys have been tweeting me. I see all the tweets. I'm just kind of laying low on Twitter, so if you guys don't get a favorite or a retweet or a comment, or you guys ask me something and I don't reply, it's just that I'm laying low on Twitter. Laying low on Twitter right now. I don't really, care for social media right now at this stage of the game. So I'm trying to stay away from it. That doesn't mean I don't see everything. I see everything. But if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at JDFROMNY206, the one reason why you should follow me on Twitter is because you guys are automatically notified when Off the Script goes live. So it gets pushed to the Twitter feed. You guys know, oh shit, JD's got Off the Script up. And there you go. So that's the best way to do that because the YouTube notifications are broken as shit. Make sure you guys are subscribed down below. Thank you to all the newcomers. Definitely, you guys are great. Hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on for notifications. Like I mentioned, Harry's, you guys are kicking ass with the Harry sponsorship, man. We are 2 weeks into this thing, and you guys are taking full advantage of that. Harrys.com/script. You're going to get a free shave set, bro. You're getting a free shave set just for listening to the show. And all you have to do is go to that link. It's right down in the description, harrys.com/script. And you're going to pay the shipping, which is like $2 or $3, and you're going to get a razor handle, a razor blade, shave gel, and you're going to get a little case for your razor blade. Unbelievable deal. Once you try Harry's, you're not going to go back and use the bullshit that you've been using. So once you start Harry's, you are going to be Harry's for life, bro. I'm telling you right now. Now, if you guys look at me earlier in the week where I look like a fucking homeless fucking bum, beard all over the place, this is Harry's, man. Harry's did this job here, and I want you guys to look just as good with the shave set that you guys will be getting for free just for visiting the link, man. It's a great way to support the show. You're going to get something back in return for your efforts. Harrys.com/script. And make sure you guys visit the Harry's website, man. Find out about the history and how, it was started by two guys who were just sick and tired of all the middlemen in the shaving realm, in the razor blade realm. You guys can visit the website. Once you start using the shave set, you're going to want to visit the website and get all the other shit that they have to offer as well. So it's a great deal, man. It's a great product, and I don't put my name to anything that I don't physically use here. I use everything that you guys are taking advantage of, I use this product, and I know you guys would enjoy it, so that's why I'm on board with Harry's. Harrys.com/script. Also, I want to thank the fine people over at Audible. Audible is still sponsoring the podcast. audibletrial.com/offthescript. If you guys want something for free just for listening to the show, audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys are going to get 30 days. It's 1 month free of Audible service just for listening to the show, and they're going to include one free audiobook of your choice, and you have over 180,000 books to choose from, man. That's audibletrial.com/offthescript. It's only for new listeners of the podcast. If you guys have already signed up, you guys cannot do it again. So if you are a new listener and you want to get a free audiobook just for listening to the podcast today, there you go, man. My gift to you. Don't ever say I never did anything for you guys. That is that, man. Let's get into the news. Let's get into what we got to talk about today. Going to continue with the Royal Rumble talk, man. Finn Balor. You guys know him, right? The guy that's not over enough to fight Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, but instead we get fucking Kane, because Kane is much more over than Finn Balor, right? Finn Balor scheduled to win the Royal Rumble? I don't know where this news came from, but in the past couple of months, Finn Balor has gone from being speculated to be Brock Lesnar's next opponent at the Royal Rumble to being pushed completely out of the title picture. Now, we're talking about Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble. Balor hasn't received his Universal title match yet, rematch, after he vacated the championship when he picked up a shoulder injury at the hands of Seth Rollins, right? Did people blame Seth Rollins for Finn Balor being out? Did they? Did they vehemently want Seth Rollins fired from WWE because he threw Finn Balor into the barricade, right? Because Finn Balor had nothing to do with that, right? Fucking ridiculous. Shit happens. Finn Balor was not positioned the right way. He got thrown into the barricade, and he had a shoulder injury. Shit happens. That was during the SummerSlam 2016 event, and a title match in which he won, injured. Then he vacated the belt the next night. The reason why the match hasn't been booked is that WWE is protecting the Demon King from a huge loss. So that's the reason why WWE supposedly didn't want to book him versus Brock Lesnar. So now we got Brock Lesnar holding the title and just going on through this worthless fucking match that we got at the Royal Rumble, ultimately to get to Roman Reigns and lose. So WWE booked Lesnar to face Braun Strowman and Kane in a triple threat match. He will retain the title. There's no way Lesnar is losing that match. And he will go on to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, while Balor will instead be an entrant in the Royal Rumble match itself. Now, according to sources, what we're seeing with Balor and Gallows and Anderson could be the start of something huge for Balor. Two years too late, mind you. WWE didn't want to capitalize on this when Balor was already there, and then we had Gallows and Anderson make their debut. No, they didn't want to capitalize on it then. They wanted to proceed to book these guys and make them the most irrelevant fucking guys on the entire brand. Now they want to do something with them. Now they want to do something with them because they have their hands tied, because they need to do something with them because they have no tag teams on Monday Night Raw. Now they want to start using them out of sheer desperation for the fact that there is no one else. But these guys were right there all along. These guys were some of the most talented guys that you brought in from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now you want to use them because you have no other alternative? Come on, WWE. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. But according to sources, this could be the start of something huge for Balor, as WWE officials are actually discussing him as a possible winner for the Royal Rumble match. Other possible winners include, this is what we talked about yesterday, Baron Corbin. And for the people in the comments section, oh, JD, I thought you liked Baron Corbin, man. Why are you talking shit about Baron Corbin, man? Who's talking shit about Baron Corbin? Not me. But do you want to see Baron Corbin win the Royal Rumble? I think I'd take no on that one. And Batista, right? We talked about that. I'll take no for 1,000, Alex, please. You fucking retards. There's no one on this fucking realm, or in this realm, that wants to see Baron Corbin win the Royal Rumble. How does that make any sense? How does that mean I'm talking shit about him if I don't want him to win the Royal Rumble? Fucking dumbasses. Now, if Balor wins, one possible scenario that could play out could be that he gets the title shot at the Elimination Chamber. I don't want to see that either. Another idea, which is a more exciting one, is one that could switch brands. So if Balor wins the Royal Rumble and then goes on to WrestleMania, maybe they move Balor over to SmackDown and we get Balor versus Styles for the WWE Championship with the Balor Club in a rematch from their TLC match that was put together in like 8 hours. So we could possibly see something along those lines as well. We don't know. Their match at TLC last year was a huge success on short notice, so it could be even better with a proper build to that match, especially if you tie in the story of the club, now the Balor Club, and then you add the WWE title on top of that. I'm going to take Nakamura for 800, Alex, please. No, I don't want to see Balor versus Styles for the WWE title. Maybe somewhere down the line. Yes, I think Balor and a move to SmackDown Live would help him immensely. I think all three of the guys would be beneficial or benefited of a move to SmackDown. And I'm sure SmackDown would love to have them, but trades need to happen. WWE wants to institute some trades. Maybe get Randy Orton off SmackDown because there's nothing for him to do over there. Maybe move him to Monday Night Raw in exchange for Finn Balor. You know, so be it. So be it. Maybe get the New Day. Maybe trade the New Day back over to Monday Night Raw, being that they did everything that they can on SmackDown Live, and we'll just get the Balor Club in exchange. What about that? You know? So we'll see what happens with that, or we'll see what is going to happen with that. But I'm not interested in that whatsoever. I'm sticking with Nakamura and Styles. That's the way you got to go. But I just find it funny how WWE all of a sudden now wants to push the Balor Club when people have been asking for the Balor Club for the last 2 years. These guys were on the same brand all year. Now you want to use them. I don't get that logic whatsoever. Allowing the Demon King to compete for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania would give him the push that he deserves on a grand stage, as well as put Balor right back where he belongs. And yes, for all the comments, oh, JD, Balor's nothing but a vanilla midget, man. Balor belongs in the main event because who do we got there now? Nobody. Because Lesnar is not on the show. Kane? Fuck out of here. If Kane is in the world title picture, then Balor certainly belongs there. You fucking goons. I don't like this at all. I don't think Balor might be a favorite to win it now that he's got the club, but Balor is not winning the Royal Rumble, and I don't think that is the right decision creatively for the Royal Rumble. I'm sticking with Nakamura. But as we inch closer to the Royal Rumble, my paranoia, right? And it's not Uso paranoia. My paranoia, it's Samoan paranoia, but not the Usos. It's Roman Reigns paranoia. As we inch closer to the Royal Rumble, I'm getting cold sweats in the middle of the night just thinking that Vince McMahon's going to have this guy win the Royal Rumble again. You wait. If Roman Reigns is the one standing in the end, pointing at that WrestleMania logo, I'm going to fucking set a Roman Reigns action figure on fire. I'm going to go to Kmart or Toys R Us or buy a Roman Reigns action figure, and I'm legitimately going to fucking set the thing on fire live on YouTube, and we're going to fucking proclaim that this guy died a horrible fucking death in WWE. I can't stand it. Seriously. Or maybe we'll drive to Stamford, Connecticut, being that I only live 20 minutes from the headquarters. I'll fucking drive to the headquarters. I'll fucking, right in front of the front door, take Roman Reigns' action figure and just burn it right in front of the fucking front door. Take me away, officer. Vince McMahon is a senile fucking old man. Speaking of the Royal Rumble, top indie star to debut in the Royal Rumble. You know how many clickbait titles I've seen on YouTube the last couple of days? Oh, Kenny Omega is coming to the Royal Rumble. You know, indie stars and Royal Rumble surprises, and they got Kenny Omega in the thumbnail. If you're stupid enough to fucking click on that, let alone believe it, there's no hope for you. Just come here for the news. There's no clickbait here. Top indie star to debut in the Royal Rumble. Oh my god, breaking news. Top indie star CM Punk back in the Royal Rumble. Oh my goodness. The world of pro wrestling is full of crazy events. That's Sean's Clown Entertainment, by the way. Clown's View Entertainment. The world of professional wrestling is full of crazy events and surprises. And the Royal Rumble is certainly a great time for those kinds of things to go down. WWE also likes to snatch up as much of the world's top talent and then not use them. But all signs point to the fact that Ricochet is coming to the WWE. It's been reported that it's only a matter of time before Ricochet shows up in the WWE. Therefore, people have been looking for his appearance in WWE. But if Vince McMahon and company are smart about it, they need to make his WWE debut mean something. No, they don't. I'm going to tell you why. The Royal Rumble match, according to some, would be a perfect time for Ricochet to show up, even if he is not booked to win the match. Right there. You are already off key with that line right there. If Ricochet is to debut in the Royal Rumble, he's not going to win. So why put him in the Royal Rumble? I don't get that. I didn't like it when they did it with Styles, and I'm not going to like it if they do it with Ricochet. I want the Royal Rumble to be as much top talent legitimately that could win as possible. Right? I don't want to see Jimmy Uso. I don't want to see fucking James Ellsworth. I don't want to see Arya Daivari. I don't want to see these guys in the Royal Rumble. Okay? That's not going to make me believe that this guy's going to win. Why is he even there? There's no logistics behind that. You need to fill this match with the top 30 guys that are the most believable that could win this match. I'm not saying that there should be no jobbers in the Royal Rumble or that there needs to be 30 guys who are the most believable ever. I'm saying nobody's going to know who Ricochet is, number one. Philadelphia might, because some of those people might be attending NXT TakeOver the night before. They'll be at the Wells Fargo Center on Sunday night. But still, Ricochet is not AJ Styles. Ricochet needs to show up at TakeOver. If you want somebody in the Royal Rumble to make a debut, how about we put Lars Sullivan in the Royal Rumble? He's a believable guy. And he's a monster. And I'm sure Lars Sullivan can accumulate 6, 7, 8 eliminations and have a nice little showing for himself. If you want to debut somebody. Why don't we keep to that? Ricochet. Ricochet ain't winning the Royal Rumble. Ricochet ain't going to WrestleMania. Soon as you put Ricochet on a WWE main roster show, they're going to deem him 205 Live. And then his career's over already before it even begins. Just put him on TakeOver. Put him on NXT. Give me an Aleister Black versus Ricochet match, please. Or Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet. Something. I don't want to see Ricochet mixing it up with Baron Corbin or Ricochet being buried by John Cena. No, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. Now, I didn't like it when Styles did it because AJ Styles coming in was relatively unknown and I knew he wasn't going to win. So why waste his debut coming in from New Japan and coming in from the Bullet Club? Why are you going to waste his debut coming into the Royal Rumble when you could have easily saved him for the night after WrestleMania in an invasion angle where you should have used Gallows and Anderson with AJ Styles in some form of Bullet Club reunion on Monday Night Raw to take out Roman Reigns, who just won the WWE Championship from Triple H? Why didn't you do that? I don't know why they didn't do that. That would have been a perfect way to get the Shield back together. That would have been a perfect way to get Roman Reigns kind of over with the fucking fans. These guys coming in from New Japan. They're invading the WWE. AJ Styles, heel with Gallows and Anderson. You build Gallows and Anderson up as a top heel tag team. AJ Styles automatically thrusted into the WWE Championship picture. Roman Reigns got to get Rollins and Ambrose behind them to battle the fucking club. Lead it to Survivor Series. War Games. Sign me to book the fucking show, will you? No, but they don't want to do that, though. Now they want to give you the Balor Club where nobody gives a fuck about it. Now they want to give you the Balor Club because everybody's talking about the Bullet Club over in New Japan. This is the real club, they say. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. That's why WWE is shaking in their fucking boots that this All-In show is probably going to do better business than anything they got this year outside of WrestleMania. Probably going to be a better card than what WrestleMania is going to present itself. Fucking ridiculous. Ricochet does not belong in the Royal Rumble, and Ricochet should just go down to NXT for a year and just get affiliated with how WWE does things and give me an Aleister Black match and a Johnny Gargano match and an Andrade Cien Almas match. Please. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. WWE is contacting former Divas champion for the Royal Rumble. According to a report from PW Insider, WWE has reached out to Michelle McCool. Will we see LaCool in the Royal Rumble? I don't know, nor do I care, because I wasn't a big fan of them anyway. McCool hasn't wrestled since retiring back in 2011, but she recently expressed interest in wrestling again, at least one more match. A few weeks ago, she hinted at wrestling again in a match against Charlotte Flair. McCool is a two-time Divas champion and a two-time Women's champion. If I was a betting man, I'd say that she will be in the Royal Rumble. First ever Women's Royal Rumble will feature 30 women when WWE has only about 20 or so now, minus one in Paige, 19. Since the champions are expected to simply sit at ringside or possibly be on commentary, that would mean we could be treated to a lot of surprises. But two of those surprise entrants might already be known because they've been talking about coming back for a while now. However, they wanted to return together. Sounds like, to me, says Brian Alvarez, that the Bellas are going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. I would not be surprised. Therefore, don't be surprised to see Nikki Bella and Brie Bella make their return on January 28th. Only time will tell how much involvement they will have after the Royal Rumble event, since Brie is pretty busy being a mom, and Nikki Bella has to worry about her neck, but it will certainly be a treat to see them back on WWE television for a very special moment in this women's revolution, being that they helped build it up. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Nobody gives a shit, okay? But yes, WWE is contacting former Divas champions, and Molly Holly, I heard, Michelle McCool, a possible LaCool appearance, Lita, Beth Phoenix. We got Trish Stratus, Kelly, Candice Michelle, maybe Melina. I don't fucking know. WWE is going to go all out to just fill this thing because they got nobody else. Maybe we'll see Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Maybe we'll see Ember Moon. We don't know. So that's the only intriguing thing about this Rumble is who's going to be in it outside of the typical field that's already been announced. So we'll see what happens. Speaking of the women, there was a debate on Twitter from a former WWE employee who called out the company for unequal pay for the women. Former WWE makeup artist Stella Kay recently called out WWE for their level of unequal pay on Twitter. Stella, who is a celebrity makeup artist, is a strong proponent of women getting equal pay, particularly in WWE. As people become more socially aware, she says, in this country, I wonder if WWE will ever address equal pay for women, Stella wrote. They risk their lives and bodies just the same to make substantially less than male talent. Kay also addressed a report that showed Nikki Bella as the highest paid female athlete with an annual salary of $400,000. She thought this was interesting since the top male performer is currently at $12 million annual salary. And there's a reason for that, Miss Stella K. She received a response from a fan stating that women do not earn equal pay per view buys, and they should not have equal pay. That's exactly the answer I was going to give. On what planet are you going to compare Brock Lesnar to a Nikki Bella? Are people clamoring to come to the shows to see Nikki Bella? Are people clamoring to come to the shows to see Naomi and Ruby Riott? Right? Let me see how many people get salty for my opinion on this. In no way, shape, or form should any of the female talent be on equal pay as the men. No way. The women are a part of the show. They are not the reason that people are coming to the show. You're not going to pay a Natalya, or you're not going to pay a Sasha Banks or an Alexa Bliss the same money that you're paying a Roman Reigns or a John Cena. Are these people fucking stupid? Who are you going to the show to see? And I'm talking about in a generalized sense. I'm not talking about our hatred for these guys. I'm not talking about what we usually state on this show. Realistically, if you're a fan, are you going to a wrestling show to see Nikki Bella? Are the majority of the fans going to the show to see Naomi? Or are you going to go see AJ Styles challenge Shinsuke Nakamura? Or are you going to go see Roman Reigns fight Brock Lesnar? What are you going to see? There's a reason why the men are making more, because they are the show. They're the ones that bring in the money. They're the reason people pull out their wallets and pay to see WWE. Nobody's paying to see Natalya or Sasha Banks or Bayley. Are you fucking people mental? There's a reason why people are paying, or WWE's paying Brock Lesnar $12 million a year. It's because he's Brock Lesnar. Because people know that Brock Lesnar's a headlining act. Because people know that in WWE, Brock Lesnar's going to put asses in seats. Fuck out of here, man. Charlotte and Natalya and all of the women's roster aren't putting asses in the seats. They are merely a part of the fucking show. They are not the show. I don't know how much more I could fucking express myself. That's all I need to say. I'm not talking about what they do risking their bodies. Fine. They're on the road. Fine. But that doesn't equal, that doesn't equal, or it doesn't mean that they should get equal pay because they're on the road just as much as the men. They're putting their bodies on the line just like the men. It's much more than that. It's much more than that. Are WNBA players making this kind of money that NBA players are making? Are the women in the WNBA making LeBron James money? No. No. Because they're not putting asses in seats for that team. Fuck out of here, man. It's not rocket science. And it's not sexist. In no way is that sexist. It's common sense. It's business 101. Fucking stupid. Have they ever truly been given an equal opportunity to do these things? People use the same kind of tired excuses for not booking black models or extending foundation ranges. Let's call it what it is. Inequality. Oh, let me cry, river of fucking tears. Fucking asshole. Alter Bridge sang it better. Miles Kennedy sings it. Cry me a fucking river. Kay also revealed that she heard that there are currently women on weekly television who are still at their NXT pay rate, which is $45,000 annually. She added that there is also speculation that NXT men are making more than main roster women. Moreover, she commented regarding the defense of equal or unequal pay. Imagine defending that women should be paid less for the same job for any reason. My only response will be internal laughter. This woman clearly has her priorities all fucked up. And she is not even thinking about the business side of it. In addition to WWE, Stella K has also done makeup for America's Next Top Model, The Apprentice, The Braxton Family Values, and Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, amongst others. Nobody gives a shit. Stick to your fucking Hollywood fucking Freemason garbage and just shut the fuck up about what WWE does or how to run a business. WWE knows how to run a business. That's why they're making more money now than they've ever. And it's not because of Charlotte. It's not because of Sasha Banks. Fuck out of here, man. They're a part of the act. They're not the act. People are paying to see Cena, Reigns, Orton, Styles, Lesnar. Fuck out of here, man. It's called business. You promote who's going to bring people in and put asses in the seats. If it was up to WWE and they promoted Sasha and Bayley and Mickie James, who's going to go to the shows? Nobody. Update on Bobby Lashley and EC3. Tuesday's Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer answered some reader questions, as one of them was about Bobby Lashley and EC3 potentially making the jump to WWE. Now, speaking of TNA or Impact Wrestling, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now, I tried to watch Thursday's show and I shut it off in 10 minutes. I thought this was a new rebranding with Don Callis and Scott D'Amore. Apparently, not yet. You know, I was interested to see what they do. But it was the same tired fucking six-sided ring, and it was just nothing but cringe garbage. So I shut it off after 10 minutes. Couldn't even last through the opening promo with Bobby Lashley. Meltzer said, my impression is that EC3 is going to go to WWE. With Lashley, there was a lot of bitterness when he left in 2008 on both sides. We have said before that there is an interest in both of them. Lashley's situation is interesting. He's 41 years old. He looks great, and he is much better at promos than he was during his first WWE run. However, they were seat with Michael Hayes, and Hayes still works with the company. Meltzer did mention how time can heal wounds in wrestling. We've certainly seen that with Goldberg, Sammartino, Bret Hart. Impact Wrestling is cutting all of the big money contracts, so it's almost certain that both Lashley and EC3 are on their way out when their deals expire. Lashley has expressed interest in a match with Brock Lesnar. I take EC3. I don't really give a shit about Bobby Lashley. And if he EC3, you're going right down to NXT to get affiliated with the WWE audience. And then after some seasoning down there for a year or so, then you'll be brought up to SmackDown Live. That's what you do with EC3. How much time we got here, man? We're 28 minutes in. I don't really have much news for the rest of this. I might end it with this because I don't really have much news for the rest of the fucking weekend. Got to save something for tomorrow, right? Candice LeRae has signed with the WWE. She's been on the radar for WWE. Dave Meltzer was able to provide an update on her status. She is signing with the company, and it means LeRae will likely be off the independent wrestling scene and joining NXT. She is married to Johnny Gargano. Seems like every few months WWE has been announcing that they've signed a new talent from the independent scene. WWE has announced the signings of Ring of Honor World Champion Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Donovan Dijak, Leo Rush, Shayna Baszler just in the last year. From some background on this signing, Candice LeRae, she worked for various promotions as Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, such as Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Combat Zone Wrestling. She is a former one-time PWG World Tag Team Champion with Joey Ryan as the world's cutest tag team. LeRae made her debut in WWE's developmental brand by competing in a battle royal to become the #1 contender for Asuka's NXT Championship in April. She was also in the Mae Young Classic. You know, she would lose to Shayna Baszler in the quarterfinals. When asked in an interview with Ring Rust Radio last October about her interest in signing with WWE, LeRae stated, "I would love to end up there. I've turned down other opportunities just in hopes of an opportunity in the WWE. Obviously, my dream has always been to wrestle for WWE and have a full-time contract there, so I kind of felt I was going to go anywhere else, or if I was going to go anywhere else, or do anything else, I was cheating myself out of my lifelong dream. It is still to this day my ultimate goal, so I'm being very hopeful and taking it day by day, and my fingers are crossed." You can uncross your fingers. Candice LeRae has signed with the WWE, and she will be reporting to NXT, making their women's division even better than it already is. And that is off the script. Thank you guys so much for everything. I know you guys are going to be complaining, oh, what happened to the 1 hour, JD? I don't have much news, guys. There's not much news. I got everything for you. I got news, but I don't have a lot of it. So you're going to have to bear with me as we get closer to the Royal Rumble. But if you'd enjoy it, thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up. I will be back tomorrow with part 3, and we'll continue it on Sunday. WWE has all but confirmed The Undertaker's WrestleMania opponent. We'll talk about that again. We also have news on WWE possibly getting over just another medical outbreak in the WWE locker room. Jim Ross speaks on how WWE could get CM Punk to return to the WWE. He does talk about CM Punk. We'll talk about that. And Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler to reunite for Raw 25. And so much more news tomorrow. I'll see what else I can come up with, but we'll see what happens with that, man. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you all right back here on Sunday for part 3 of episode 204. I'll talk to you later.